We seen you had a couple of shots of Akademiks on the album.
It was only one shot.
I thought it was on 2 songs. I thought it was a song with
Only
Future.
one shot.
And on the
said
Turning Point record, right?
Academics, niggas think they can't get touched. Meaning somebody who be on the computer all day.
Got you.
Just be. It wasn't really
Trolling. It wasn't at him.
saying
He used him as
I never in my mind did I even think to compare y'all financially.
He
That's
do
why-
all the time though.
Oh,
not
okay.
with you.
I don't think you talking about
Me.
you.
That's what I'm saying. Why you say me? That's all.
Oh,
I
he said
want.
your name?
Yeah.
Hey, little baby, what's good, phone now? No, I'm a Z, homie. No, bro, I'm not even stepping on you, folk. I'm a real Z, though. I'm just trying to give you your credit, you feel me? I know I am, twin. I'm a Z. If you in Miami, you feel me? Show love, just be cool. You don't gotta be all extra, you hear me? Hey, much love, brother. Hey, God, I just wanna let you know it's all love, brother. I understand respect, folk.
It's just like, pull it up and show me everything. Right, like all their cars leased, they label this, he even had like a breakdown. My son, see, this is what pissed me off when my son showed me something. Yeah. My son showed me something, he like, Daddy, he like, what?
Oh, he said it to you.
Yo, Akademiks is he never going at a male rapper like that. Me and Lil Baby was DMing addresses to meet up and fight. Lil Baby, stay out my fucking DMs and don't mention my name in no more fucking raps, nigga. I've been clowning you since you did that, nigga, and I won't stop. It's Lil Baby, the biggest rapper in the fucking world. How does nobody know that? How much we getting for a show these days? Oh, 15, 20K, get you in that bitch going crazy. Right? Yeah, 15, 20K, nigga, you gotta perform every song on your album.
Put the glasses back on, bro. You in that bitch.
I gotta put the glasses back on?
You in that bitch tripping.
I'm telling you, rappers treat people
When you
that
say
ain't rappers the worst. That's why I don't deal with it. It's Lil Baby, bro. Lil Baby would never say to another rapper, he was shook of NBA YoungBoy. That's why he's coming to me. He don't want there to be news saying that he's beefing with YoungBoy, so he's begging me, but he's turning up on. I'm like, you wouldn't turn up on YoungBoy like this. I'm like, oh, so you picking and choosing? I can't respect the picking and choosers.
Something wild just happened in Miami. And it might be the moment DJ Akademiks finally realized the internet doesn't stay on the internet forever. Because this time, it wasn't a tweet. It wasn't a live stream rant. It wasn't a comment section debate. This was real life. And the name getting pulled directly into the fire, Lil Baby. And what makes it even crazier is the person Akademiks says helped set it all up. But the story is way deeper than just a slap, because once the word backdoor enters the conversation, it stops being entertainment and starts becoming something else entirely. So let's break down what really happened, because this might be one of the messiest hip-hop media collisions we've seen in years, and it's only getting worse. But to understand why this exploded the way it did, you have to understand who Akademiks really is. DJ Akademiks has built one of the biggest platforms in hip-hop media off one thing: talking reckless. For years, he's been the loudest voice in the room, breaking news, calling rappers out, roasting careers, exposing behind-the-scenes drama. And whether people love him or hate him, everybody watches. Because Akademiks doesn't just report stories, he becomes the story, and lately, his commentary around Lil Baby has been getting sharper. He's questioned Baby's momentum, his music, his relevance, even skipping coverage of certain projects entirely, which fans noticed immediately. And when you're a rapper as big as Lil Baby, that kind of media energy doesn't go unnoticed. Because Akademiks isn't some random blogger, he's a machine. And once he decides he doesn't like you, he can turn the volume up in a way that reaches millions. But what nobody expected is that someone from Baby's circle would allegedly decide to handle Akademiks in person. And that's where Miami comes in. Because what happened out there wasn't just awkward, it was tense, it was personal, and depending on who you believe, it was physical. And what happened next shocked everybody. So here's the name at the center of the storm: K. Rich, also known as Kylan Smith. And if you don't know him, that's kind of the point, because Akademiks keeps calling him a nobody. But in Lil Baby's world, K. Rich isn't just some random guy. He's been around, behind the scenes, camera in hand, photographer, videographer, assistant, basically part of the daily inner circle. More the type of dude you see in vlogs, around baby's kids, around baby's crew, always nearby. He even built his own little brand online, calling himself Critch with the Canon, playing off his Canon camera work, motivational content, lifestyle vlogs, Colombia trips, behind-the-scenes superstar access. He was trying to be more than an assistant. He was building an identity. But Akademiks didn't respect any of that. He mocked him non-stop, called him a weed roller, a runner, a condom dispenser. Just pure disrespect. And that kind of talk doesn't stay harmless forever, because eventually, somebody takes it personal. And according to K. Rich, that's exactly what happened. But the way it went down is where things get murky, and messy, and dangerous, because Miami wasn't supposed to be the place this escalated, but it was. When the moment that lit the fuse happened back in March 2025. Miami, a club, right after a Brand Risk event. Now, Brand Risk is one of those streamer boxing weekends where hip-hop, influencers, and internet celebrities all collide in the same spaces. And Akademiks was there, security with him, crew around him, everything normal. Until it wasn't. Because Akademiks says as he was leaving, somebody walked straight up to his car window and started pressing him about talking slick online, about 4PF, about Lil Baby's circle, and Akademiks claims the guy swung but missed because the driver pulled off fast. Akademiks' version is basically, nobody touched me. But K. Rich tells a completely different story. He went on live streams, smiling, laughing, bragging, and claimed he smacked Akademiks clean like it wasn't even a question. He told it like he was proud, like he'd been waiting. And what made people freeze up was how bold he was about it. He didn't deny, he didn't dodge, he basically said, yeah, I did it. And Akademiks ran straight to 12, meaning police. That's the energy K. Rich was pushing, and once those clips went viral, everything changed. Because now it wasn't rumors, it wasn't whispers, it was someone publicly claiming they put hands on the biggest mouth in hip-hop media. And the internet went insane. But that wasn't even the craziest part, because Akademiks wasn't just mad about the slap, he was mad about how it happened, and who might have helped make it possible. And that's where the backdoor allegations come in, because Akademiks started asking a simple question. How did this guy even get that close? Akademiks says he had like 8 people around him. Security, crew, perimeter. So how does one random affiliate walk right up to the window? And Akademiks says the answer is one name, Tail. Now, if you don't know Tail, he's connected to Kai Cenat's AMP circle, a streamer with real access, real visibility, real presence. Not some unknown guy. Tail has been around the streaming world for years, and Akademiks claims Tail is the reason K. Rich got through. According to Akademiks, earlier that night at the event, he and Tail actually spoke face-to-face. They had tension, old issues from the Demon Time era back in 2020. Stuff about credit, stuff about posts, stuff that seems petty. Until it's not. But Akademiks says they talked it out, exchanged numbers, dapped up, supposedly squashed it, so Akademiks thought it was cool. But later that night, Tail walks through Akademiks' security zone. And because Tail is a known face, nobody stops him. They assume he's safe. But Akademiks says Tail wasn't alone. K. Rich was right beside him, and nobody knew who K. Rich was. That's the key. Akademiks claims Tail escorted him in, then fell back, and let K. Rich do what he came to do. That's what Akademiks calls a backdoor. The most disrespectful kind of move, because in street terms, you don't shake hands with someone, then help someone else get close enough to blindside them. That breaks the code completely. And Akademiks says what confirmed it, Tail never answered his phone again. He claims he called 15 times. No response. Not that night, not the next day, nothing. And silence like that feels loud, but then it got even deeper. All because Akademiks says even Kai Cenat called him afterward, trying to smooth things over, allegedly apologizing, saying he didn't think Tail would move like that, but Akademiks wasn't hearing it, because in his mind, the damage was already done. And now the situation wasn't just about a slap, it was about betrayal. And Akademiks doesn't take betrayal lightly. And what he did next was declare war. Because Akademiks didn't disappear. He didn't go quiet. He came back louder, with receipts, timelines, phone call breakdowns, And then he said something that made the entire culture pause. He said, "I'm not taking it out on K-Rich. I'm taking it out on Lil Baby." That was the shift, because Akademiks sees K-Rich as a worker, a nobody, not worth the energy. But Lil Baby, that's the boss. That's the one with endorsements, deals, millions on the line. And Akademiks basically said, if you think your people can touch me, then I'm stepping on everything you've got going on. He promised to cost Baby millions. He said Baby's money isn't good over here anymore. And whether you like Akademiks or not, when he targets someone, he targets them hard. We've seen it before. Meek, Megan, Freddie Gibbs, he knows how to weaponize his platform. And Lil Baby is now directly in the crosshairs. But the part that really made this explode was what Akademiks revealed next, because he claimed something that changed the entire narrative. Akademiks alleged that Lil Baby's team paid him $30,000 to chill right before Baby's last album dropped. Basically, to stay neutral, to not roast the project, to keep things peaceful publicly. Then Akademiks admitted he took the money. But now he's saying the piece was fake. Because how are you paying someone to be cool while your affiliate is allegedly running up on them in Miami? That contradiction is what made Akademiks feel played. Like the truce was a facade. Like Baby was smiling in his face, while letting the streets handle things behind the scenes. Now Akademiks is framing it as, you can't backdoor me and buy silence at the same time. And once he said that, the internet lit up again. Because now it's not just a slap story. It's an industry story, a power story, a loyalty story. And Lil Baby still hasn't really responded, which makes the silence feel heavier. Because in hip-hop, silence always becomes its own answer. But this drama doesn't exist in a vacuum, because Baby already has other heat around his name. And old controversies, police linking video shoots to violence, Vegas situations, DM leaks with models, stuff Akademiks avoided during the truce. But now, all bets are off, and Akademiks made it clear. He's about to go nuclear, and that's why this isn't over, not even close, because at the heart of this whole situation is something bigger than Lil Baby or Akademiks. It's the new era, where streamers, rappers, bloggers, and affiliates all share the same spaces now. Brand risk events, clubs, industry functions, the worlds are colliding, and the line between talking online and consequences in real life is disappearing fast. Akademiks built his career behind a mic, but now the culture is reminding everyone. Eventually, somebody hears it in person. Or whether Akademiks got touched or not, whether K-Rich is exaggerating or not, whether Tail really backdoored or not, one thing is undeniable. This is messy, and it's escalating, and Akademiks is not the type to let it go. He said he's dedicating the next year and a half to making this his finest job, meaning Lil Baby might be dealing with non-stop pressure from the loudest media figure in hip-hop. So the real question is, does Baby respond? Does Tail finally speak? Does K-Rich face consequences? Or does this spiral into something even uglier? Because once beef leaves the internet, it doesn't come back the same. And hip-hop media in 2026 is proving that louder than ever. Stay tuned, because this story is far from finished.